So,
Okay, that thing's recording. That's his trademark, and my trademark is welcome back to the Fully Lacking Podcast, episode 41, where a couple ADHD dudes and their producer try to get through life. I'm your host, Drew. This is your other host, Anthony, and behind the camera, behind the boards, the third leg to the tripod, we be nothing without our producer, Lisa. We are your Fully Lacking team, and we're here. The mood is a little glum. It's a little glum. Someone call it glummy. All right, we had a lover's quarrel earlier, and he'll hold it against me for the rest of the year. But it's fine because I, too, will bring it up at the worst possible times, like right now on camera.
a lover's quarrel indicates that there's wrongdoing on both sides. I think this was more of a lover's lecture, you know? Just gotta set your partner straight sometimes. And sometimes that's through reminding them of their disappointments and their failures.
Do you have a hickey on your neck? It's hurting your head?
I'm not doing that.
No, I'm dead. I'm dead ass. You have a hickey on your neck.
No, I don't have a hickey on my neck.
Look at his neck. Who you been sucking face with, dude?
Could be a pimple.
You have pimples right there?
I don't even know where we're talking about.
Right there where your hand is. Yeah. You can't see
That's
it.
strange.
It's wild. It's like, yeah. Anyways, handsome day. Look, I apologize. We're going to adjust. But before we dive into this episode, before we do anything with more importance, the one thing we got to say right now is this is episode 41.
Is it really, though?
Yeah, 41. 40 will be out on Tuesday.
That's right. Okay.
Don't get mad at me, dude. We already talked about this off the pod. You don't have to bring up old shit. That was weeks ago. Okay?
As when we recorded, it was weeks ago for sure.
It's been an extra week. My bad. We're going to get there. What are you going to do? You want to fight now? You want to do it on the cam? You want to do it?
Go give your little
cam girl?
Speech. Give your little speech.
Anyways, it's episode 41 as he reminded us. Not me, not at all. It's not I. So I need 41 of you to stop what you're doing right now and go follow us on social media. We'll wait. This is working, I think.
It's still not working.
I think it's working.
If you looked at the numbers.
No, but
if this worked the past 3 episodes, we'd have over 100 followers, 100 subscribers, 100 everything. We do not.
I appreciate you guys going to follow us, all 41 of you. And look, he'll jump into our social medias later, but we're on the TikTok, the Facebooks, the Instagrams, and of course the YouTube. Like, subscribe, all that stuff. Anthony will bring that home at the end of the day. But right now, producer Lisa has a question, a conundrum, a query for us and the people. So let's hear it. What you got, producer Lisa?
Okay, so if you could take off an entire year from your job with pay, how would you spend your time?
Why don't you approach this first? Let's get some energy going in that little body of yours. Average sized body of yours. Go ahead.
I don't have an immediate answer for this.
Why am I... Is this a gift of mine? Because I already have an answer. I have like 9 different answers.
I need to process my...
Okay. I think that I would focus on my rap career. What? Why do you get so quiet in here? What do you mean? No, I my answer would be my weight. I would focus daily, diligently, night and day on my weight for a whole year. I'd be the man that she deserves. Then I'd leave her for a much hotter model. It's okay, dude. It happens to the best of us. You know what I mean?
By a much more pretty model, he means the Walmart cashier and the dump clerk.
I know these two things sound weird, but we'll jump into that after Anthony. After Anthony answers his question. Because he's been processing this. I wish he would take the same time to process his trauma. But these questions are...
One of us is in therapy, one of us is not. Guess who it is?
One of us is a therapist. That's not fair. You can therapize yourself. Do you ever catch yourself therapizing yourself?
Yeah.
For real?
How do I not use what I know for my own benefit?
I've been asking that.
You
since
use
we
your
became
life
friends.
insurance information to support your insurance. You know what I mean?
And you use the life insurance information I gave you to give somebody else money.
Huh?
He'll
Are you accusing me of insurance fraud?
I told him about getting a policy for shenanigans a while back, his son. And he then took that information, got a policy with somebody else. However, Anthony was mad enough to call and tell me about it. He brought it up on a Friday, and he's like, hey, dude, I really want to look into this now. I was like, cool. Sunday, he called me. He was like, hey, bro, I got it done. But he can't freaking process a question like this. What are you doing?
I had 2 days to think on that one.
All right, give us it. What would you do for a year?
So with pay, you said? Okay. So I'd be going crazy. I'd probably get another job and get double the pay.
That's
like
a good
I'd
idea.
go crazy. I can't like not do anything. I'd run out of things to do quickly, and I'd probably become a criminal or something.
You become a DoorDash driver?
No, I'd get another legit job.
You wouldn't like travel?
I mean, I don't. If I'm making my normal pay, like I'm not getting extra money to travel.
Yeah, you don't have any extra money. That's what people don't understand. My friend Contube told me about this. Our friend Contube, I guess, told me about this the other day. He's like, dude, people will see money in their account after their bills and like, oh, it's extra money. No, that's just all the money you have left. Like, you got to save it to have extra money because then you'll have more money from the money you have left, and then it becomes extra money. Or people are like, look, all this money I have left after my bills. I'm going to spend it because it's extra money. It's not, dude. It's like a figment of your imagination. Yeah, so I guess that's why I said I wouldn't do anything financially impacting. I would just really focus on my weight. Really, really focus on my weight. And you would get another job.
And I would focus on exercise too.
We'd be yoked in a year.
Yeah.
It'd be handsome day at the dump every day.
Dude,
that was wild. I'll get into it. So Anthony called me over to do very light, very non-physical bearing activities at his house for yard work, right? And my idea, and the reason I'm saying this is because I just want to talk about it. My idea of what we were going to do was going to take approximately 40 minutes. So in my mind, being a kid who grew up doing yard work, I'm like, dude, this is going to be cake day. 40 minutes is cake, right? So what actually took place was that we had to unsod a sod-laid lawn. And he had done a small section. Like you did.
A large section.
Yeah. And then there was still a large section left. And this sod was rooted. Like it's not... Conte was saying that you should have probably called him. He said that he could have saved all that for you. And I was like, all right. I hate when people tell you useful things in the most unuseful way. They're like, dang, you ripped it all up? Yeah, you should have called me, man. I could have helped him. Thanks, dude. So we got in. We did a good chunk, right? I'll put the picture right here of his backyard. And about 45 minutes in, I was like, dude, we're not going to do this today.
Yeah.
And so we cracked at it again as hard as we could for like 10, 15 minutes. We loaded up the stuff that was in his garage because we'll come back to the sod another day. We went to the dump. This is where we're at. At the dump, I get on the scale, pull up to the window. I apologize to the lady for prematurely getting on the scale.
Drew's very gregarious with
define
people.
That. Define gregarious.
Just kind of like outgoing and loud.
Yes. Well, I mean, loud is...
There's a song about your loudness.
There's a presence.
Oh, yeah.
I have a presence. We'll say that I have a presence, right?
Okay.
Loud seems derogatory.
Okay.
Anyways, it hurts my feelings. What do you mean? So I was kind to the lady. I told her, hey, I'm really sorry for jumping on that scale. She goes, don't worry about it. Anthony goes to give me his crumbled up stripper money. As I go to give it to the lady, she goes, oh, we'll get you on the way back. She said, pay us on the way out. Cool. We go, we do our dump thing. Worst smelling place in the world. We didn't break a mirror.
Yeah.
We were I think the second one broke all of them. Mirror. Yeah. They say it's bad luck for how many years?
7.
But I think it's grandfathered out. Not in. Grandfathered out if the mirror's on a door. Because then you're breaking a door.
Yeah, Lisa, this is weird logic from Drew. A mirror is a mirror, right?
Yes.
Not if it's on the door.
Like how common is like just mirrors like by themselves,
I got a mirror right there in the entrance to the studio.
Yeah, I think we're just adding more bad luck.
No, listen, if that's the case, we're going to have bad luck for 14 years.
I've already had it for 38.
That's what I mean. I can't take another 14. But nonetheless, so we threw the mirrors, killed a black cat, all while walking under a ladder, right? It was a pretty hectic day at the dump. as we're coming back, after he did an incredible sweep job, by the way, appreciate that. He swept out my truck. It was very nice. We pull up to the window. The woman opens it. She goes, "What was your name?" I said, "It's Drew." She goes, "Okay, well, it's handsome day at the dump today. Here's your receipt." And I said, "Oh." And he says, What the fuck is going on?" I was like, I don't know, man. So
They didn't even see me in the vehicle.
Ah.
I would be like, "Oh, it's justified," but they only saw Drew.
I don't know why I'm just the Hunchback of Notre Dame to you. If I'm an attractive person other than Lisa and my auntie, put it in the comments. But then I drove off and I was like, dang, handsome day at the dump. But then today at Walmart, there was
I want to hear it from Lisa's perspective.
Okay, good. Mm-hmm.
I wasn't there.
Oh,
I was in the truck.
that's the end of her perspective. Back to you, Drew.
I thought you were asking, like, how does it make you feel?
No. I thought she was there.
How does it make you feel?
It's just like a guy buying me a drink at a bar. Like,
Relieved? That's how I would feel.
Flattered?
get what you can.
I would feel relieved if someone bought her a drink at the bar. But Lisa can only drink like 3 drinks, and then she's trying to fight people, so it's fine. But then I was at Walmart because I made a little oopsie. I didn't after all, and I had to go buy an SD card for this incredible Fully Lacking podcast on all social media, baby. And the lady was very nice to me, and I was walking away with my one piece of card. It's like this big, the item. She calls me back. She goes, "Oh, excuse me, sir." I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "I mean, can I help you with anything else?" I was like, "No." She goes, "You want this bag?" All right. She gave me a bag. And then I left.
Wait, what? This isn't how it was presented earlier.
Yeah. What do you mean?
You're interpreting customer service as a flattery?
Producer Lisa, will you give me that bag, please? Give me that bag right there.
Exhibit A.
Let's talk about the girth of this bag. This is a large bag. There's no way for you to call me 25 feet back to the register. I had it in my hand.
Yeah,
I think you just don't like that.
I feel bamboozled.
I just don't think you like it because it was 2 days in a row. And no one's ever given you a handsome day at the dump. All right?
I don't ever want a handsome day at the dump award.
She was a sweetheart. She was an angel. Here you go, producer.
That's not how you were describing her earlier. But, yeah, I don't...
But enough about me, dude.
I thought you had a legitimate second one and...
I mean, I got her number.
Womp womp.
I'm just kidding. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
All right. Let's talk about you then.
Let's talk about me.
You had a trip recently. Where'd you go?
I went to Phoenix.
Who'd you go with?
Went with, well, my son Shenanigans.
Shenanigans it is. All right.
Yeah.
What'd you guys do? What was the occasion?
There's no occasion. I guess it was spring break. And
So there was an occasion. It was spring break. Got it.
yeah, thank you for clarifying that.
Thank you for
Super
clarifying
supportive
it.
during these dialogues.
Anyways.
So we went out to Phoenix, planned a couple things to do, made sure we ate, overspent. But a couple key moments was at the Phoenix Suns game, which was very exciting to go to. Never been to a professional basketball court.
Okay.
And it's just huge. And we got nosebleed seats because, I don't got the money for more than that.
You got the wood. You know, you can't get wood on your feet
Yeah.
for $100.
I didn't imagine how big the court seating was when I got the nosebleeds. So we went up, all the way like 3 floors or whatever. And then we step out and we look down and both me and Shenanigans immediately just felt vertigo. You know what I mean?
Was that
Like it was that high.
up?
Like I was like,
my
oh
goodness.
man. And God bless him. He stuck it out like for 3/4. He stuck it out 3/4. But like even me was a little like, on edge, just kind of, like, are we going to fall? Like you know what I mean? Just like watching, if you're at the edge of a cliff and there's rocks falling down and it creates that like anxiety.
Jeez.
And
I get anxiety right now hearing about it.
we got used to it, and it was super cool to be able to watch like Kevin Durant play and
Big boys, huh?
yeah.
Do they look bigger in real life?
They were ant size from my perspective. So
Damn, well, how high up are you?
the top, all the way at the top, like 4 seats away from the end of seating, in the nosebleeds.
I may have just gotten an Applebee's at that point. I don't know.
No, it's worth the experience.
Yeah.
And it's worth the experience because, being able to see it at the game and all of the food but additionally, we were walking, doing our little trip, a little break from our fear of heights. And we see it's a gorilla mascot. And I don't know why it's a gorilla mascot for the Phoenix Suns. I haven't put that one together. But it was a gorilla.
What?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a gorilla.
Huh.
It was a big inflatable costume. And we saw it and we were kind of headed to the escalator. And then we got on the escalator and they got on the escalator behind us. And I was like, hey, shenanigans, look behind us. He was like,
He didn't wanna look,
him.
yeah.
He was just like, a little anxious.
Locked up, yeah.
But the mascot did not care.
Heck yeah.
The mascot reached over, tousled his hair, tapped him on his shoulder the whole way down the escalator.
Did Shenanigans turn around?
No, he didn't.
Oh my
He just
God.
stayed there like
Just stoic.
frozen.
Yeah.
And I was uncomfortable,
Yeah.
It was clearly uncomfortable. But he thought it was funny. I thought it was hilarious.
Yeah.
I wish I would have gotten a picture on the escalator, kind of like with him looking that way and the gorilla behind us.
That would have
But
been gold.
it's
for sure.
it is what it is.
It's very Shenanigans-esque. You know what I mean? Like it's very him.
Yeah, just that interaction. So
Yeah.
I had a blast.
So let me ask you this question because I think me and you talked about it a little bit. When you go on trips with Shenanigans and it's just you and your son, you and your boy, do you have almost overwhelming anxiety that something's gonna happen to you? Just you though.
No.
Dude, I have the worst anxiety that something's gonna happen to me. Like I remember
Trauma.
Is that what that is?
Yes, that's trauma.
Really?
A fear of something happening to you, and if we go back on what's happened to you in the past,
Yeah.
It's trauma.
Well, nonetheless, so you you're like, dang, I hope I don't die in my sleep.
No.
Do you?
Yes, every time you're gone.
Yeah. I'll text someone. I'll be like,
Trauma
hey,
bonding.
we're trauma bonders, dude.
I send a text to our friends and I'm like, this is the code to the garage. Like,
Just in case.
yeah.
I don't know.
Is that bad? Maybe it's not bad.
Y'all tell me.
So then you don't have any of those thoughts.
Even like living alone, like you're not scared that you're just gonna croak in your sleep.
Okay, well, at home. On trips, not so much. At home,
That doesn't
home-
even make sense.
it doesn't
At
have to make
home-
sense to you. It's my truth.
Yeah, but
it's my truth, sir.
At home, you're more likely to be understood that you're dead. 'Cause
No.
we all know Anthony hasn't texted me today. I'm going to swing by his crib. You're on vacation. I'm like, I don't know his schedule, so maybe he's just not at his phone.
Yeah.
Then you've been dead for 5 days with 4-day-old pizza and Shenanigans just staring at your body imploding.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah, that's the anxiety I have, bro.
No.
But anyways,
Home alone is when I have the most fears of just like perhaps choking on some pistachios.
Oof.
Like on the couch when I'm just like maybe after some VR boxing and I'm shirtless for a moment in some shorts and
dang.
I'm just laid out on the couch like
Dang.
after some
Glistening-
asphyxiation,
glistening under the fan. in the
Yeah,
light.
yeah.
And then you die, and then a hamster comes out of the wall fight and eats the
jeez.
pistachio you choked on.
Yeah, it was funny because we were putting away stuff and the hamster maze was there at the house. And
Yeah. I was really worried that it was going to be like under one of those nooks and crannies.
yeah, it wouldn't have been unrealistic.
No.
But yeah, I worry
Maybe get out of
about
the
dying
window.
alone. And there was that time we talked about on the pod before where the honey and like the narrow esophagus and I mean it's worrisome.
I thought so. Me and you are polar opposites then, because I never worry about dying here. Like if I'm at the house or like because I'm on such a pretty normal chaotic routine. Like people know basically where I'm gonna be throughout the day, but when I'm on vacation, it's like nobody's gonna know, right? And so if something were to happen to me. Ooh, I went out to LA by myself one year to make some music, and I was by myself. Like nobody was with me. And bro, like I was like, I could die out here. Lisa wouldn't even know where I was. Like, how would she get a hold of Airbnb to find out where I was?
Now she's tracking your location. Let's leave that part in there.
All right. Anyways, but I would just get scared that she wouldn't know where like the Airbnb was or how to get a hold of it, how to get a hold of anything. Like I also don't know what producer Lisa is going to do if I were to die. I don't know.
Bumble.
No, I promise you. Like that's like the least of my concerns. I actually don't care. She could have an active profile right now. I love her. So whatever. You do what you want. But when I die, I worry about her. Because like.
The happiness she'll have?
No. No.
She'll be too happy.
No, I'm being serious. She would. I don't know how producer Lisa would move on. Not like as a man. Like she'll find another dude. She'll be Netflixing and chilling within a couple months. Like, and that's stretching, right? There's dudes in the wings right now waiting, right? But like all the other stuff, like I don't know. It's like if your dad died, how the heck would Sandra May survive? Who would give her water?
I get my own water, thank you.
You really are painting a picture of dependence on you, and I don't know if it's really like that.
You got to back me up a little bit. It would be chaotic for you for a long time.
When it came to paying our bills, like I don't physically pay our bills.
Maybe I'm giving myself a little too much credit though.
Yeah.
Oh, thanks.
I think the kids call that main character complex.
The kids. I am the main character. This is my life.
But you're making yourself the main character in her life, is what I'm saying.
Oh, sorry. Our birthdays.
Our birthdays.
Our birthdays. We had our birthdays recently. I want to talk about what we all had planned versus what actually happened.
Okay.
You go first because I want to hear your perspective.
Yeah. So, I like going out for some drinks and playing pool with my friends. It's a specific place in El Paso that I like to go to. And so I reached out to different people, including Drewski over here.
Hi.
To join me on this evening. And it was all looking really good, you know. It looked like most people were going to go. And then approximately 30 minutes before we were going to head out.
Wild work. But anyways, nonetheless, this is your truth. It's your truth.
So come the evening of not my birthday, but the night before, approximately 15 minutes after I'd already left to El Paso, Drew texted me saying that sorry, he forgot.
Okay.
And he already had birthday plans with another friend who he felt was more important. I was just super hurt. And that's the truth of what happened that evening. I was super hurt by it. And then the next day, Drew had his birthday thing, and I showed up to that. I brought him a nice gift that I didn't buy the day of. And he loved his gift, and he didn't even bring up that he missed my birthday again. Not even an apology in person. Isn't that wild? Comment in the section for comments if that's wild. I think that's about it for my story. What about yours?
All right. So I texted him hours before his birthday event because we were supposed to leave together. And I double booked. I had friends who were staying at my house. And I was like, oh, crap. Okay, well, Anthony's not going by himself. Although I'm not going to be there, he'll be good. I shot him the text. I was like, hey, Lisa's really feeling under the weather because she was. I was like, I don't want to put her through hosting. Are you cool with that? He's like, yeah, that's fine. Perfect. So he goes, I stay, right? He had a great time.
I did.
Yeah. A very good time, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next day is his birthday, but my birthday celebration. His son Shenanigans is now sick. And so he shoots me a text approximately 30 to 45 minutes before. This is actually true. It's approximately 30 or 45 minutes before. He's like, hey, Shenanigans isn't feeling good. He's kind of been up and down. And I was like, dang, okay.
Post the text that I photoshopped right here.
Yeah, okay. And I was like, okay, cool. I hope he feels better, right? Now, magically, they felt much better because they were at Peter Piper like 20 minutes after my birthday dinner started. So I'm glad that he felt better. But I also thought this was actually, no, he stayed home. He had a sick kid. But I did think it was weird that I was taking your birthday gift to my birthday dinner that was being held on your birthday. And I was asking you to come to my birthday party on your birthday.
It's a weird hang up. I don't get it.
But it's strange. No, it's in my head. It was strange.
I know.
It's kind of weird. It's like I'm the much more
Gregarious?
I'm the much more extroverted friend of our group here. Me and you. And so me and you having such birthdays in such close proximity, literally a day before one another, I feel like we're always going to catch this. So we got to eventually just start doing them together. Because it hangs me up. I'm like, if you would have been there, I would have been busy telling everybody how great you were. And like, it's his birthday and blah, blah, blah. It's a hang up for me. I don't know why.
I don't know. I don't know if I want to share my birthday with you like that. I appreciate it. But I'd like us to have our own kind of events because we've discussed our differences in like entertainment preferences, I suppose, or socializing. And quote, Drew, maybe insert clip here, is I don't want to go and play pool with a bunch of 30-year-old men. And that's what I enjoy doing because it wasn't on my birthday. It wasn't just men. So that was all right.
I didn't say men. I also didn't say that on your birthday.
You didn't say it on my birthday. I'm saying you said it in a previous pod
when
about
there
our
was
entertainment
nothing but
preferences.
30-year-old men.
You prefer 40, 20?
I prefer not. Period.
I know.
But
which is oddly suspicious. It was double booked on my birthday for that type of activity.
No, I didn't know there was pool.
Done.
I really didn't. I didn't know there was pool. Just so everybody knows.
No, that was clear. No, that was clear.
You did not tell me there was a pool hall.
I told you it wasn't a pool hall, but it has pool. And if you think I'm going out for my birthday not to play pool, are we really best friends?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Don't know anymore.
Listen, bro, I think that you're wrapped up in the details here. Okay? Fact is, you enjoy playing pool.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoy beating you at pool. That's why I go.
Gotcha.
This specific time, and it's one and done here. Producer Lisa was sick. I had to host. It's fair. You missed my birthday.
That's in retrospect.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, shenanigans was sicky. I didn't hold it against you. Not one comment. You over here.
This is the first time I'm
You're like
commenting
Pearl
on it.
Harboring.
For the entertainment of the people.
You're Pearl Harboring.
You're McDonald'sing.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
Big Mackin' or what?
Big.
But no. Obviously, a lot of this is for the pod. I was actually pretty sad that I wasn't with you. I would have enjoyed it, bro. Like pool is definitely not my scene, but I enjoy hanging out with you. So I would do it at a library if you wanted to. I just like kicking it with you.
Shenanigans. When I texted you, was still in the midst of, or had just like
thrown up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And but after that, he was like, "I'm fine," and I was like, "Maybe." But I know how health conscious you and your family are.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we're not gonna make it even if we tried.
So just so the interwebs and the 16 people that watch us understand, we were fun. It was cool. We spent time after, so we got each other some pretty cool gifts. I got you things that you literally can't use, and you got me things that I probably won't use. Well, wait. He got me this cool case. I actually really like this case. I throw my phone a lot out of frustration because I'm an immature idiot, and this is going to save me a lot of money. So thank you for that, brother.
You had never heard of an OtterBox case before?
I have.
Okay.
I've never had one.
But you all right. Well, it's very protected for your outbursts. The Xbox card, is technically used in the sense of it's attached to my Xbox account, which I have to go back into to get my COD account, which means I'm going to buy some stuff on COD with that money and then transfers over my stuff over. No, it doesn't.
Oh, so you already, it doesn't
transfer.
We can't get it.
I get the progress, but not the
Did you figure that out?
Purchases.
Yeah.
I got a response back.
Let's go.
I should be able to figure that out.
Let's go. But the card itself
is
did you already upload it to your Xbox Live?
Yeah.
Dang, you use the controller pretty quick.
Yeah.
I'm not mad. I like the controller. Is it here? Let me see that thing. We all have our birthday gifts that we got each other. Look at this. So if anybody wants a customized smoke green and plays Xbox, you're probably too poor to buy it.
I go pretty cheap these days.
I know. That was I want to say it was $60 or $70. Not that much.
But you also got what?
Yeah, so I got a phone case, and that's a very practical thing. And then he also got me a organizer.
Daily planner.
And it is for kids who may or may not be watching this. It is like a Rolodex. And if you don't know what a Rolodex is, it's like a phone book. And if you don't know what a phone book is...
No, it's not none of those.
Oh, what? What do you mean?
Have you even opened it?
Yeah.
Lisa was right.
No.
That was a waste. I should have kept the receipt on that gift. Because it's not like a Rolodex. It's not like a phone book. What are we talking about here? Do you know what a planner does?
Yeah. It's like
No,
a
you
calendar.
don't.
It's just not on your phone.
Okay, so a calendar phone book. Where are we at here?
What do you mean? It could be all things. I can write numbers in it. And it also has little tabbies like
You write numbers in
Rolodex.
phone books?
My grandma does.
What?
Has a phone book with your name and your address and your
Love
phone
that.
number and
Yeah,
birthday.
But what I'm saying is it has little tabbies like a Rolodex.
Okay.
That's why I'm just associating all of them because literally it is. Nonetheless, it's a calendar, and he got it for me because I'm discombobulated 98% of the time. The 2% is probably when I'm pooping or sleeping. 97 because I'm pretty good at COD too. Pretty good at Call of Duty. We were talking about this. Me and him play a lot of Call of Duty. He just bought a PS5. Welcome to the team, baby. And our KDRs are substantially okay. Like I have a 1.2, 1.25. You have the same.
No.
On the Xbox?
Are we counting on the Xbox?
Yeah, not the 4 games we played yesterday, dude.
Yeah.
Your Xbox, you're probably like 1.2 something.
1.9.
Yeah.
1.19.
Oh, it's like 1.9. And we found out that's actually pretty decent. So
Yeah.
I dabble from regular like core stuff to hardcore. Hardcore is very tough. It's very tough, but nonetheless, I do want to talk about something that we talked about last episode, Severance, or a couple episodes ago. You've now finished it. You got to the season finale. So there's a couple things I want to bring up. I just want to preference this will be probably a spoiler alert. Like we're going to talk about some spoilers.
This would be a spoiler alert.
So if you haven't watched it, maybe skip this part. I can't believe Mark S. What did you text me the other day? Mark S and the S is for savage?
Yeah.
It doesn't make sense to me because, okay, so if you haven't seen it already, once again, I'm sorry. Mark S finds his wife. They're escaping. The plan, I mean, he catches a body through this, right? They're escaping. They get to he caught a body.
Yeah.
Oh boy, which was wild, by the way. But they get to the staircase, the Audi staircase. His wife is like, come on, Mark. And then he closes the door and goes back to Helly. Sorry, Helly.
Who's Holly, Drew?
Yeah, I know. He goes back to Helly. Helly R.
I mean,
insane.
He's in love with her.
But he doesn't know she's an Egan.
No, she does. He does.
He was told that.
Yeah, was he?
Yeah, he knows.
Somebody had told him earlier in that episode or a couple episodes before.
No, they found out because they're sitting in that room and in the office before the band comes in. That was weird, by the way. The marching band was weird.
All of fucking Milchick stuff is weird. But you're right, because I think she had implied that she was the Audi in there, if I'm not mistaken, right? So is that right?
Because she was her Audi at one time. She went in unsevered for the camping trip, slept with Mark's innie.
Yeah, but I'm saying she converted. Like the Audi was in there with him during that whole episode. Is that crazy?
No.
I thought there was an interaction that implied that.
No.
Okay.
Because her innie is the one who loved him.
I think the Audi slept with Mark just to like further along the trust.
But did you see how she was watching the videos of them on repeat? And it wasn't in an angry way. It was kind of in a jealous way. Like, I don't know.
Helly was?
Yes. There's a part where she was watching back the footage of them kissing before she took the elevator. Or before she left the room.
Yeah.
And she rewind. And she was like looking at it like fondly when she was watching it, in my opinion. I don't know. I'm going to Google if this is like a possible theory.
Will you Google it?
I thought it was more
to
common
see
knowledge.
if Hallie R was her outie in the last episode of Severance. This is my question: is how would they even be together? Like the second that Lumen ends the Severance, like it's over. They just cease to exist.
For who, though?
The innies.
But not Mark? Reintegration?
Yeah, but he's still he's not done.
Yeah, but he could finish it.
Yeah,
at least for him, it's unique. For Helly, assuming
Dylan's a gangster. I love Dylan.
I don't know, not as gangster as
Irv.
As Irv, yeah. Drowning her multiple times before she told the truth. Mm-hmm. Snapped.
Producer Lisa, let us hear it. She's got them glasses on. She's reading.
Stop.
She sees all the pixels.
Mm-hmm.
It says that it was Helly, not Helena. Helena's her outie.
That sucks. That would have made it really interesting if it was the outie.
Well, how? So if he gets reintegrated, who does he love?
Both.
That's impossible.
Yeah, no, it's not. In Nevada, it's legal.
Okay. You know what I mean. That's crazy to me.
What do you mean? What's impossible? Living two people at the same time?
But actually seeing that through.
Isn't legal in Nevada?
Okay. There's a lot of things that are legal in Nevada, okay?
Gotcha.
If you haven't watched Severance, you got to go watch it. It's on Apple TV. It's amazing. It is directed by Ben Stiller, or produced by Ben Stiller. And there's a lot of things that are really wild about it. The marching band and the waffle parties. Those are the weirdest things.
The second season was a bit convoluted.
Yeah.
There's a lot of like, what the fuck's happening here?
Well, I just don't know what Miss Cobell, she's good?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like what? And then when they take her to that, when she goes to that old town.
Yeah.
Where the first Lumen like factory was.
I think that was setting the stage for her turning.
Switch up.
Yeah. Because she saw how it kind of controlled that other lady.
Yeah.
And the reactions and yeah, I feel like that set the scene.
What I don't understand is there was one specific scene. Miss Cobell was in the parking lot of Lumen. Helena got out of her vehicle and said, "Hey, we want you back."
Yeah.
She freaked out and left and then went to that little town. I've never understood why she freaked out. She's like, no. And then she got in her car and left.
I feel like there's more conversation than that might have gave
Yeah,
some
maybe I'll have
context.
to rewatch it. But that show is amazing. If you don't have Apple TV, get it from Anthony. And comment in our comments and we'll send you a link.
I need you to start watching Dope Thief.
I'm done.
Well, you two watching Dope
Yeah.
Thief.
Before we sign off, I just want to say this, and I'm going to pass it to Anthony. Love each other, dude. Love yourselves, but love each other. Treat each other with what you, I guess, would want in return. For sure. World's crazy out there, baby. Take care of yourselves. But what do you think we need from people? More than that, more than being great to each other, more than the golden rule of the world, what do you think we need?
In-N-Out in New Mexico.
See, I was going to go with the volcano menu back from Taco Bell, but both are food related. We are
One's way better.
volcano tacos.
No.
You Judas. In-N-Out is so mid. That's wild to me. Don't.
Taco Bell is better is mid?
Taco Bell is superior compared to In-N-Out.
That is wild.
Babe.
Especially as a New Mexican. Like,
What does that mean?
Well,
I'm not saying Taco Bell's better than Mexican
you're just missing
food.
the culture.
There's no culture with Taco Bell. It's American Mexican food.
Oh, American Mexican. That sounds like cultures to me.
That sounds like George Lopez. Give us a fucking break, okay? In-N-Out is a crazy comparison to Taco Bell. That's crazy work. Tell us what we really need.
Whoa.
Tell us what we
I
need
need
now.
personal space and-
Tell us what we need.
Your hands out of my face. What we need is to be serious
Serious.
about our social media following.
Oof, we need it.
Facebook, Instagram,
Yep.
TikToker,
Yep.
YouTube Bell.
That's right.
That was almost so good.
So perfect.
Anyways.
Yeah, like, subscribe, ding, 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 ding.
Hate us in the comments.
Please,
Love us in
dude.
the comments.
Hey, let's do a
Love me in my
thread.
DMs. Hate me in my DMs.
Let's do a comment thread on how much you think he weighs versus me. And guess what? Fully lacking, baby.
It'll be like no fully lacking, sir. Let me get around. If we do that, it'll be like the jelly bean game at like the baby showers. We have to guess how many beans are in me and how many beans are in him.
How many beans are in me?
Comment section.
Fully lacking, baby. Peace.